On April 20th, 2013, while on campus, Alyssiah Wiley texted her friend and college mate, Sade, telling her that she had broken up with her abusive boyfriend and planned to come over for a drink. However, Alyssiah never arrived, and that was the last time Sade ever heard from her. Alyssiah, a 20-year-old college student, was bright, joyful, and determined. Unfortunately, 27 days after she disappeared, police discovered dismembered, decomposing human remains in a wooded area near Bridgeport in Trumbull, Connecticut, but the torso was missing. DNA testing later confirmed the remains belonged to Alyssiah. Alyssiah Wiley's life was tragically cut short in a brutal manner. But who was responsible for her murder? This is her story. Alyssiah Wiley was born on November 24th, 1992, to her single mother, Corinna Marie Martin. She was the third of four daughters, her sisters being Janae, Shaharez Denise, and Ori Carlette Wiley. Raised in New Haven, Connecticut, Alyssiah grew up in a close-knit and loving family. Her family affectionately called her Lily, a nickname given to her by one of her sisters who struggled to pronounce her full name when they were younger. Alyssiah attended West Haven High School in New Haven, Connecticut, where she was known for her determination and peaceful nature. She was popular among her peers and well-liked by teachers. An excellent student, she aspired to attend college and pursue higher education. During her senior year, she met Jermaine Richards, a man 10 years older than her, and was working as a security guard at that time. Alyssiah was 17, soon to turn 18. She informed her mother about their relationship, but did not disclose Jermaine's exact age. Although Corinna was concerned about the age gap, she assumed that Alyssiah would break things off once she moved away for college. After graduating, Alyssiah earned a full presidential scholarship to Eastern Connecticut State University, where she enrolled in the fall of 2011. She majored in psychology with a minor in biology. Excelling academically, she also embraced college life, joining clubs, making friends, and attending social events. Initially, her relationship with Jermaine seemed fine, but as she progressed into her sophomore year, things turned toxic. He became violent, even attempting to strangle her at one point. By the time Alyssiah turned 20, she was ready to leave the relationship. She confided in her friends about her plans to move on and start seeing someone new. On April 20th, 2013, while on campus, she texted her best friend, Sade, saying she had officially ended things with Jermaine and needed to talk to her. She planned to visit Sade's room to vent and have a drink. Sade agreed, but Alyssiah never showed up. After unsuccessfully trying to call her, Sade assumed she had changed her mind. That was the last time anyone heard from Alyssiah. When she missed her Monday classes, Sade grew concerned and checked with their professor, who confirmed her absence was unusual. The following day, Sade reported her missing to campus police. Campus authorities soon escalated the case to state police. Alyssiah's mother, Corinna, was devastated when informed of her daughter's disappearance. She assumed that she was preparing for finals, so she had no idea Alyssiah had been missing for 4 days. Investigators reviewed security footage from Alyssiah's dorm, which showed her leaving on April 20th and getting into a black Nissan Altima with tinted windows. Further inquiries revealed that the car belonged to Jermaine. When questioned, he admitted picking her up, but claimed he later dropped her off at a Dairy Queen near campus after an argument. His story seemed suspicious, but with no direct evidence against him, authorities could not make an arrest. As the search for Alyssiah intensified, police examined her phone records. They found she had been texting one of her ex-boyfriend that day, arranging to meet. However, after questioning him and confirming his alibi, he was ruled out as a suspect. Further digging into Alyssiah's relationship with Jermaine revealed past incidents of abuse, including the attempted strangulation a month before her disappearance. Investigators traced Jermaine's movements on April 20th, using cell phone data, mapping a 75-mile route. They launched a detailed search along that path, bringing in cadaver dogs and forensic teams. On May 17, 2013, 27 days after Alyssiah vanished, searchers made a gruesome discovery in the woods near Bridgeport, not far from Jermaine's mother's house. They found decomposing human body parts, though the torso was missing. DNA testing confirmed the remains belonged to Alyssiah. With strong circumstantial evidence, authorities obtained a warrant for Jermaine's arrest. He turned himself in on May 18, 2013. Jermaine's trial began in February 2014. The prosecution argued he had a history of violence and killed Alyssiah because she wanted to leave him. They presented evidence of his controlling behavior, aliases used on dating sites, and testimony from witnesses who had seen his aggression. However, the defense claimed there was no direct evidence linking him to the murder. On March 14, 2014, the jury deadlocked, leading to a mistrial. Devastated but determined, prosecutors pushed for a retrial. The second trial, held in March 2014, ended with another deadlocked jury. Despite the setbacks, the prosecution prepared for a third trial. Meanwhile, Alyssiah's older sister, Shakinikea Nekwia Brody, became an advocate against domestic violence, working alongside their mother in the organization Mothers of Victims Equality, MOVE. Tragically, on August 18, 2017, just weeks before Jermaine's third trial, Corinna received devastating news. Her eldest daughter, Shakinikea, had been murdered, along with her 9-year-old daughter, Alyssiah Richardson. The killer was Shakinikea's abusive boyfriend, Anthony Rutherford, who shot them both at home. Shakinikea's relationship with Anthony had started well after the two had met online, but quickly turned abusive. He moved in with her and her children, isolating her from her family and forcing her to quit her job as a certified nursing assistant. The abuse escalated until, after only 4 months of dating, he killed her and her daughter. Following the murders, Anthony was arrested with the weapon still in his possession while sitting in Shakinia's car. It was later discovered that he had 2 prior domestic violence convictions. Despite their unimaginable grief, Corinna and her family pressed forward with a third trial against Jermaine. In September 2017, Jermaine Richards faced his third trial, and this time the jury found him guilty of Alyssiah Wiley's murder. In March 2018, he was sentenced to 60 years in prison. He attempted to appeal his conviction multiple times, but all his appeals were denied. Later, the Supreme Court agreed to review his case, but ultimately upheld his conviction. The same year Jermaine was sentenced, Anthony Rutherford pleaded guilty to the murders of Shakinikea Nekwia Brody and Alyssiah Richardson. He received an 80-year prison sentence. While Corinna and her family were relieved that justice had been served, it didn't ease their pain. 2 of her daughters and her granddaughter were gone forever. Despite her immense loss, Corinna remained dedicated to advocating against domestic violence. Here are a few lessons to learn from Alyssiah Wiley's tragic story. 1. Recognizing red flags in relationships. Alyssiah had an abusive boyfriend, which highlights the importance of recognizing warning signs in relationships, such as controlling behavior, emotional manipulation, and violence. 2. The importance of seeking help. If someone is in an abusive relationship, they should reach out to trusted friends, family, or professionals for support and guidance before it escalates. 3. Never ignore a missing person report. When a person suddenly disappears, it's crucial to report it immediately and take it seriously, as every minute counts in an investigation. 4. The reality of domestic violence. Alyssiah's case is a reminder that domestic violence can be deadly. Raising awareness and supporting victims can help prevent tragedies like hers. 5. Be cautious about personal safety. Always let someone know your whereabouts when making plans, especially if leaving a situation involving an ex-partner or a potentially dangerous person. 6. Justice takes time but matters. While it took time to convict Alyssiah's killer, her case shows the importance of perseverance in seeking justice for victims and their families.